Hey guys, thank you for coming back to the channel. Today I wanted to show you how to do a lentil soup. It's been very cold lately I'd say at the river where I am, but I know Nairobi must be even more in other parts of the country. So here I just put oil, and now I want to saute the onions just to soften them and give them for them to just turn translucent. And if you notice there, my pan was very hot, and when I put in the oil, it just caught on quickly, and that's how you want it. So you saute the onions until they are translucent in color. You don't need to brown them. This soup will really warm you up. This is one of the things that you can do just to get yourself warm during this cold winter in Kenya. So saute your onions there until they are translucent in color, and then after that you want to add in your spices, which I'll show you coming up next. Another thing that I wanted to feature also is curries, and I'll explain how curries can give you warmth during this winter. So this is one of the things you can do. You can do a soup. So the first spice there was a teaspoon of cumin. The next one there that will be coming in would be coriander. That is the powdered coriander. And then I'll be putting a teaspoon of paprika after that. Paprika. I like paprika a lot. It adds something in there. The spices are not limited to these. You can add curry powder, or if you want to do garam masala, you can do it. This is just what I like to use. I love the cumin. I don't like to leave out the cumin. So the next thing here is garlic and ginger for some flavor. Don't you guys love the flavor of garlic in your food? I really enjoy garlic in my food. I think it's something that my mom really likes the garlic, so we grew up eating a lot of garlic in her food, and hers is like extra. She does extra garlic, so we got used to it. So this is 2 cups of the lentils. We know them as kamande here in Kenya. So I'm adding on my 2 cups of kamande. 2 cups is enough for 6 people. I would say that 6 people for this recipe. It would feed 6 people, or if you are 3 like us, it feeds us twice. So I'm just frying it there, if that makes sense. I'm just sauteing it there so that the spices and everything that I put in there sticks into the lentils. They get the flavor. And I'd already soaked the lentils. I'd soaked them like for an hour. Earlier I'd washed and then soaked, and then of course disposed of the water, and then now I was ready to cook. So the next thing that we're gonna put here is some salt. put salt to taste, and I'll keep salting it as I go, because the other veggies that will come in also will need to add some salt. So I just put like half a teaspoon of salt in there. So the next thing that's coming up right here is one very thinly cubed or small cubed tomato. You can skip the tomato and add a tablespoon of tomato paste. I just didn't have tomato paste, so I ended up using tomato. At the end of the whole recipe, the tomatoes will not really show. They're just to like add on the color and just give it a better look. And here my pot was so unstable. Oh gosh. So just keep sauteing, making sure that it doesn't stick. And if it does stick, you can just add just a little bit of water, just so that it doesn't stick in there. So you want to just keep frying the the tomatoes there, just to soften them. And then now add the next thing, which is carrots. I had cubed 2 medium-sized carrots, which I'm adding to my soup as well. And just do the same thing, just saute them for a while. Sauteing will just help build on those the flavors that are in there already. They're just getting more and more intense. They're adding more and more of the flavor, making sure that the things that have been added in there, the ingredients that you use, will also get those flavors of the spices that were used. So now I'm adding potatoes. You could have, if you have sweet potatoes, if you have pumpkin, you could use pumpkin as well. If you have celery, you can add celery. But this is just like the easiest things I could get in my house. So add your potatoes in there. And I added salt because I know potatoes actually draw out the salt in the food. So I salted the potatoes. I added the salt so that the potatoes don't draw out the previous salt that I had put. So as you can see, I'm continuing to saute. Starting to get some of it sticking on the side there, but I have to keep going. And then now I want to add my veggie stock, which I actually just made at home, and maybe I'll show you the video of what I made. I'm gonna probably put it in the shorts. I'm not sure, but I'll see. I made it with scraps of vegetables, like when you have broccoli and then you have those 2 leaves and the stalks and everything, and onions, the scraps of the onions, the scraps of just whatever scraps that you have for veggies. I just put them aside, and then I boiled them with water, and then I made my own vegetable stock. It's very easy, by the way, and I've realized that we throw so much away that can be reused. I wish I had a compounded house. There's so much you can do with veggie scraps. I did some research on that, and oh my, we waste a lot. By the way, we waste a lot from our tiny kitchens. There's a lot that we lose. So but if you don't have veggie stock, you can use water, and then probably if you have those what are they called, the cubes, the veggie cubes, or if you want a cube that has the beef cube, those cubes, you could actually use them with water. So here I put the 2 cups of the veggie stock, and then I added 2 cups of water. Yes, so if you don't have, just use 4 cups of water with the veggie stock cube, yeah, or beef stock cube. Yeah, so now we just want to let it do its thing there, boil and cook. It will take not more than 20 minutes to be ready, because right now we've already done 10 minutes. So in the next 10 minutes I'll be it will be done. It's that fast to cook. So I'm just covering it there and just letting it boil, and then I'll show you after it is done. Yeah, so here we are after boiling. See, very easy stuff, very, very easy. And you want to boil until your potatoes are what do I call, your potatoes are sorry, just had to adjust my camera there. Yes, did you see, like the potato was just ready? That's how much you want to boil it for. And also the camande or the lentils are just al dente. I don't know if you know what I mean by al dente. They're just cooked, they're not mushy or overly cooked. So here I'm gonna use I have what we call here terere in the local language, which is amaranth. I found out from the internet, guys. Google has every answer. Yeah, so I used terere. Those were like how many handfuls? Like 3 handfuls, yes. Excuse me. Yeah, which I mixed in there. A very easy way of getting your kids to eat veggies. Mix it in there, and let me tell you, this soup was I was given 100%. Can you imagine? From my daughter especially, who really complains about greens. She really does. But this one, she just took this soup like I can't even. Yeah, so here I was just trying to taste and find out if the spices were enough, the salt was enough, and I was happy with it. Yeah, so I just let it there. I think for like 2 minutes, and it was ready. The salt was not in. Okay, I added some salt. Oops, I added some salt. Yeah. I had forgotten. Yeah, so I added some salt in there, and then just an extra 2 minutes, and it was ready. The next thing that I added there is lemon. Let me tell you a secret about lemon in your food. Lemon brightens up the food. It sort of gives this extra thing and brings it lifts up the flavors, those spices that we had put in and everything. Oh my, don't even skip this part. Yeah, and I actually, when I was tasting it, I really wished I had added like 2 lemons. So if you can, put 2, but if not, you can just add lemon in when you're eating. And guys, after the lemon, you will not even believe the taste. So I actually served this soup with toasted bread. That was another way to get my children to eat. It's wholesome on its own. See, we have the vegetables there. We have the lentils, which is a protein. We have the carrots and the potatoes there. it is such a wholesome soup. You actually don't need an extra thing. But for me to get them to eat, especially my daughter, I had to do something. So yeah, so this is how I served it. And it was so good. So guys, please subscribe and follow. Thank you.